Ready for it? Hello, sports world, and hello, sports lovers. You are now tuning in to the Real McCoy Sports Podcast on your DPN Dream Podcast Network. And I'm your host, always and forever will be, doing the most, Franklin J. McCoy III, but you can call me Frankie. And this video, before we get into the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Which lets me know, lets the Real McCoy Sports Podcast on your DPN Dream Podcast Network know that you love us and you appreciate us. So please hit that notification bell, subscribe, hit the like button or dislike, whichever. Like, dislike, they all matter. All clicks matter, right? So today's video is going to be about Friday night's sham, debacle, disappointment. Warriors versus the Atlanta Hawks. And little mousetrae. The little mousetrae that could. All right. And once again, like we previous stated, but this time, see, this is why you guys need to listen to me. Remember when I talked about the two players on the, this was weeks ago, a month ago, about how Damon Lee was a Warrior that was messing up and possibly needed to get traded. And then I sprinkled in a little Looney Tunes. But then I said, I'm not sure because he's been with us through this journey. He comes up with plays at the end. Just like I told you, Looney went Looney Tunes. He went Looney Tunes. And once again, another issue reared its ugly head. Kerr with these subs, okay? Let's deal with the subs. First of all, I didn't like the subs. I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched the fourth quarter. So, but I was following the game because I had money on the line. I told you I bet. I don't know why I bet on the Warriors. I don't know why I thought, okay, they'll handle these Atlanta Hawks. I don't know why. Because these Warriors, they're looking a lot like the Warriors that LeBron put out in the play-in game last year. They just look like it. They look like they got all this little almost catapult talent. They got all this little talent throughout the team. Kuminga, GP2, Draymond, Curry's coming back, but not at the moment. Clay, Jordan Poole, and then they got the other guys, all right? The other guys that contribute whatever they contribute. I don't know what I think of, so we have Jordan Poole. He's asserting himself, but he isn't as established as I want him to be. He should be killing a lot more. He should be dribbling by these fools, shaking them up. I don't know, his handle, some days that he looks like Baby I, and some days it's like, shoot me in the eye. It's like you got one move, and we know that move. And that's how it goes. It's like, how many tricks do you have up your back? Start shaking these fools. Start going by them. Start dominating. It's like he hits a couple threes out his ass, and then he starts celebrating like, yeah, you know I'm that guy. You know me. No, we don't know you yet. We don't know you yet. You haven't really arrived. You've just been riding the coattail of Curry and Clay. You're like the third splash brother. I anointed you. So all my friends around the neighborhood, I've been saying your name for the last 2-3 years. I've been saying, oh, that's Baby AI right there. That's Jordan Poole. That's my guy. That's my guy. Everybody has that guy that's coming up that they're like, yeah, I like him. That's my guy right there. So Jordan Poole is my guy. My other friend, he's a big fan of Damian Lee, Moody. He pointed out Moody and said, oh, he was killing in the G League. Kuminga was killing, but Moody was the number one guy. Not to me. I don't care what he did. I don't watch G League. So Kuminga's better than Moody. Now, Moody impressed me. I like Moody. Now, he's doing some things, and I'm looking like, why isn't his ass playing over Damian Lee? Because he looks more polished than Damian Lee. Already. And Damian Lee, you've been with us for years, and you still look the same. Yeah, you got a little better. Yeah, you got a little more experience. Yeah, we can see you got more experience, a little better. It should have been a lot better. A lot. You still look like a player that comes out in the game and you're unsure of yourself. You don't know. You don't look confident. But it wasn't about Damian Lee. I'm just pointing out the other guys on the team. I don't know, man. Wiggins is turning back to Timberwolves. Wiggins, soft ass. He's just turning back. He doesn't give us enough. I don't know, man. We're not winning nothing. And then the reports come out that Wiseman is done. So I'm like, oh my God, he's not coming back this year. So we're not winning. Shit. So, but let's talk about the game. So first issue that I had, and I told you guys I've been having with Steve Kerr, is these subs and who he has in the game at certain times. So we were losing, we came back, and then I don't like the subs. It's like Draymond wasn't in there. For the closing couple minutes, he wasn't in there. And then all of a sudden, with 1 minute left, he wants to jump his ass up and run in the game. And then they did an out-of-bounds play. I think we were down 3 or something. And then they did an out-of-bounds play. And then his man went off a screen. And then it was Looney's man who set the screen. And Looney went Looney Tunes on us. He just stood there. He just stood there. Wait a minute. Let me get it louder. He just stood there. He just stood there. And I don't understand it because earlier in the game, it happened a couple times where his man set the screen and he rose up and slid his foot and stopped the ball handler until his man could get back, till his teammate could get back. And then he switched back on his man. But this, I don't know. It's something about the end of the game. We're about to lose. Let me not help ourselves. He just stood there. And then Draymond's man hit a three. And then Draymond looked over like, oh my God. But it's one of those things where everybody wants to be political and be a good teammate. And he didn't say nothing to Looney. He kind of gave him a look, but he didn't want to overdo it because it's Looney. And then I looked at Looney's face, and this is what I have a problem with. I don't care if you're not a rah-rah guy. I don't care if you're not outspoken. I don't care if you're introverted and not outroverted. I don't care if you're a quiet guy. But if you make a fucking mistake like that, show some damn emotion. Show some damn like you care. Show some, oh, messed up. Damn, my fault. Nothing. Blank. And I hate those players. I hate those kind of players. I hate them. Because if I'm coaching, your ass is sitting down. And your minutes are immediately reflected upon those actions that you just produced. So moving forward, you will not be in the rotation the same way until you earn my trust, until you show me that you care, until you're more animated into our investment of this championship road. So Looney had a blank stare, and he just played through it, and we lost. So we're just going to skim over this shit. So he didn't care. And Draymond was just like, if it wasn't just regular season and we weren't established into the playoffs, I could see Draymond going off on him. But as a good teammate, in my opinion, this is Frankie's opinion, you got to let him have it. You got to let him have it. You got to let him have it. And you got to let him have it immediately. And you got to let him have it during that game. And you got to let him have it right away. Because you have to set the tone. You got to set the tone with these bums. You got to set the tone. This is why I said Looney Tunes has to go. And before I was like, well, wait a minute. He's flatline. He doesn't get better. He doesn't get worse. If you can move his ass, move his ass. I'm to the point now. I'm trying to save you. See? This is where they taught us growing up. Don't be a captain saver. Don't save a HOE. But I'm trying to save them. But they don't want to be saved. Don't save. Project Pat had a great song, as well as another artist before him. E40 had one, Captain Save. And then Project Pat, don't save up. She don't want to be saved. Don't save. I But no, Looney, he doesn't want to be saved. So when we have an opportunity end of the season, arrivederci. Bye-bye. Too many Looney Tunes. And we're not watching goddamn cartoons every game. Okay? You want to go Looney Tunes on us, but we don't want to watch cartoons every day, every game. So Looney kind of messed that up. It wasn't his fault that we just lost, but yeah, that play was his fault. And then after that, the game was over, basically over. But before that, the refs were cheating. This is how I know. If they would have called a straight game, we would have won. But still, you guys should be dominating the Hawks. Little Maestre, he tries hard. I love that. So I love Little Maestre, but you guys got to expose Little Maestre. And then it was one out of bounds on the side where the Warriors were kind of talking. Jordan Poole was like down in the key, but he was kind of talking to the ref, or everybody was looking like, what's going on? Because they were putting the ball in and they stopped. And then they're like, wait a minute. And then the Warriors are like talking to the refs like, what's going on? And then you see the Hawks trying to grab the ball out the ref's hand. And then the ref hurry up and gave him the ball. And then they threw it in down in the key and got a free layup. So that's two things. First thing is, referees, you cannot do that type of shit. How can you take the ball in like that? The other team isn't even ready. You know they're not ready. You're looking right at them because you stopped the play. And then you want to put the ball in play at the Hawks' convenience. But then on the other hand, who the hell is down there? Looney, all the other guys. What are you guys looking at? Mental focus, mental discipline, awareness. This is what separates good players from not good players. This is what made my living. Like I said, 6'2", can't dunk, can't run fast, but I can play. And this is the type of shit I feasted on. You're not paying attention on out of bounds, I'm always watching. I would have always seen that. And I live by principles. Protect the inside out. Protect the paint first. I don't care if they have great three-point shooters. You cannot give up a wide-open layup. I would have seen that. I would have been saying something. I would have been screaming at them, watch him. They're taking the ball out. Well, hurry up. So, I don't understand Kerr. And then Draymond coming in, it's like, I don't get that shit. It's like, first of all, you should have been in at least the 4 or 5 minute mark. At least the 5 minute mark. You should have brought your black ass in there. Then you want to run in there with a minute left. I don't get that. I don't get it. So Kerr, if you're going to allow him to come in the game with 1 minute left, why not put him in with 5 minutes left when you subbed Clay back in? Because when Clay, earlier in the game, I take that back. I did see earlier in the game, Draymond and Clay was in and we had a lead. So how is it that you split up? How is it that you split up the subs when the game is on the line? But earlier in the game, they were a package sub deal. They were a package deal. You subbed them in at the same time, and then at the end of the game, when we really needed him, he was on the bench until 1 minute left. This is why I'm disappointed. This is why Kerr, he's been doing this. I keep telling you guys, he's been doing this for like 3 years. He's not a great coach. He's a good coach. And this is why I used to say he was great until about 2 years ago. I keep thinking he's great because we're winning these championships. But then every time Curry gets out, every time Clay is out, Draymond's out, we turn into the old Warriors. The Eric Dampier, Donna Foyle Warriors. Antoine Jameson Warriors, without the We Believe. We turn back into the Detroit Lions of basketball again. Every time. It's like, what system was so great that made Kerr this this Professor X of NBA coaching. What system? Because when the big dogs are out, we can't do shit. And every team just outperforms us. They grab all offensive rebounds, loose balls. Nobody can stop nobody. Our offense looks like we can't even score against NCAA Sweet 16 team. Like, it's hard for us to find a basket. So, yeah, we gave up that game Friday night. We choked. Kerr messed it up. Draymond didn't sub his nappy hit black ass in. And then he got the nerve to make a statement and say LeBron's chasing a record. If he's playing a game where he's going to get the scoring title, I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to miss that game. What? It's a new day. It's a new day, people. It's a new day. Because he was supposed to be the old school junkyard dog type player that was in this league. But now, everybody can be bought. Everybody can be sold. Everybody's in cahoots. Did you not forget that when you slapped his nuts, he's the guy that got you kicked out of the game that won Cleveland their first title? If you wouldn't have got kicked out of that game, we would have had 4 championships. Did you not forget that? The man that stepped over you on purpose to get you suspended, now you want to go into business with him. Now you want to talk barbershop talk on his barbershop show. Now you want to miss games to go see him play. What, are you going to propose next? You can get mad at me all you want to. What is this shit you guys are doing? How about you get your black ass in the game and win us that game against Atlanta Hawks? And don't try to come in there with 1 minute left and get picked and get a 3 popped in your eye. I know it was Looney Tunes' fault, but you're not there. You should be there riding his ass. I love my Warrior babies. I love Draymond. I love Clay. I love Curry. But they're disappointing me. Not Clay, just Draymond and Curry. But that was the Friday night shenanigans. And that was that. So, yeah, we lost against the Atlanta Hawks, and looks like our championship hopes are over. Even with Clay back, it's over. So, you've heard it here on the Real McCoy Sports Podcast on your DPN Dream Podcast Network, and I was your host. I am your host, always, and forever will be, Franklin J. McCoy III. But you can call me Frankie.